everyone, welcome to Lipstick on a Rig. Today we're going to be making this child-size beanie. For this project I'm going to be using size 4 medium weight acrylic yarn, and this is just the Big Twist Value brand. I'm also going to be using a size F or 5 crochet hook. And we're going to begin this project with a magic circle, and we're going to place 11 double crochets inside of it. And if you're unfamiliar with any of the stitches used in this pattern, please check the links in the description because I'll have my stitch tutorials listed down there. And we're going to be following a continuous loop pattern, which means we won't be starting and stopping each individual row, but it's going to be more like a spiral. So you might find it helpful to grab a scrap piece of yarn or a stitch marker to keep up with the first stitch in every row. And once you have your 11 double crochets inside your magic circle, then what you're going to want to do is place a double crochet in that first stitch. And then from here, you're going to place a front post stitch around your first post here. So sometimes it might be helpful to pull that up a little bit. And in case you're unfamiliar with that stitch, I'm going to show you. So go ahead and yarn over, then insert your crochet hook up around the post like this. So you're going basically from the front to the back and then back around to the front again. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through that post. Then you're going to yarn over and drop 2 loops and yarn over and drop the last 2 loops. And that's going to be your pattern for the entire row. So you're going to place a double crochet at the top of your next stitch, and then you're also going to place a front post stitch around that same stitch. So go ahead and repeat that for all the stitches in your row. And when you get to the end of your row, you should have 22 stitches. And when you get to the end of your row, it should look like this, and you can see that we started to create these little ridges, and that's what we're going for. And the pattern for this row is going to be to place a double crochet in your first stitch and then a double crochet and a front post stitch in your second stitch. And you can see that is your front post stitch from your previous row. So go ahead and repeat that going all the way around your row. And when you get done, you should have 33 stitches. And the pattern for the next row is going to be to place 1 double crochet in the first 2 stitches and then to place a double crochet and a front post stitch in your third stitch. And you're just going to want to repeat that going all the way around your row, and when you get done, you should have 44 stitches. And the pattern for this row is going to be to place 1 double crochet in your first 3 stitches, and then to place a double crochet and a front post stitch in your 4th stitch. And you're just going to want to repeat that going all the way around your row, and when you get done, you should have 55 stitches. And that was our last row of increasing, and so the pattern from here is going to be to place 1 double crochet in your first 4 stitches and then to place a front post stitch around your previous row's front post. And just make sure that you're not also placing a double crochet on your front post stitch like we were doing to increase this. So each little section should only have 5 stitches. And we're going to repeat that for multiple rows to build the body of our beanie. I went ahead and crocheted 7 rows of following these like stitches. And from here, we're just going to start making the brim, and the way we're going to do that is just by placing 1 single crochet in each stitch in our row. And when you get to a stitch that was a front post stitch, all you're going to do is place a single crochet in the top of it. And you're just going to continue placing single crochets to build the brim of your beanie. I went ahead and crocheted 8 rows of placing 1 single crochet in each stitch in the row. And now I'm just going to finish off the beanie. So all you have to do next is just place a slip stitch in the next 10 or so stitches. And then once you've placed your slip stitches, then just go ahead and cut and tie off your yarn. And I like to weave the tail along the edge of the beanie here. And I'm just going to weave it in the direction that I'm crocheting and then turn it around and weave it the other direction. And in the description, I will link to my DIY pom-pom maker. Please let me know in the comments below if you experienced any issues while you were making this, and I will do my best to help you out. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, Lipstick on a Rig. Thank you so much for working with me, and I hope you have a wonderful, awesome day.